What does a girl look for in a guy?
Money. Money, you know what I'm saying?
Money, that's it. Just money.
And looks a little bit, maybe.
Welcome back, Tribe. Today's episode is called Men All Over the World Are Finally Realizing This. Kindly click like, leave a comment, and subscribe to support our channel. Let's get straight into it.
According to a new study, many women are choosing free meals over relationships. The study in the journal Social, Psychological, and Personality Science says up to a third of women have engaged in a foodie call. It's when a person sets up a date with somebody they have no romantic interest in, all for a free meal.
Women going on dates to simply get free meals.
1/3 of women in a new survey admitted to going out on a date just for a free meal. They were hungry.
No romantic interest. They couldn't care less. They just want a free meal.
I think it's perfectly socially acceptable to go on dates as a hobby. Like one of my hobbies is going on first dates. And here I am. I go on the first date, sure, yeah, to meet the guy, to talk, get to know them, tell them about me, see if there's potential love there, whatever. That's a small part of it. The big part of it is that I go and I get to try a new restaurant or a new spot in Boston. And usually, if not always, it's funded by the guy. So I'm ooh, let's go explore a little bit. So I always try to get the guy to pick a restaurant that I haven't been to yet, or pick a cool new up and coming spot or whatever. Because if I'm gonna go on a date and this guy might be great, but he might also just most likely most of them are just not my vibe. And that's fine. But at least I'm gonna go try a new spot.
All that women are interested in is how much money they can get a man to spend on them. This just goes to show that women don't have any dignity anymore. The truth is, all modern women are just a bunch of broke 304s that no longer have any morals or values. These women are nothing but leeches that can't afford to pay their own bills or even feed themselves, so they resort to deceiving and manipulating men just so they can get a free meal.
Are you not going to pay for my bill?
No, I'm not going to pay your bill.
Really? You're not going to pay? What happened to all the good men out there? The gentleman who pays for the bills? You really not going to pay? Not even half?
No, I'm not paying anything. Not even half the bill.
Really? You should be ashamed of yourself. I cannot believe this right now. Why can't you just pay half? I don't understand.
I don't even know you. Who are you?
Why you gotta be so cheap? Just pay for half.
I don't even know you. Have we ever met? I don't know.
It's honestly not too far off from the woman that expects the man to pay for all of her female friends when they go out because he's simply the only man in the group. Guys are watching this thinking, yep, this is the next crazy expectation.
Men pay for the first, second, third, or whatever, all the dates. And I'm not gonna change my mind about this. That's how I was brought up.
When I do choose to go on a date, I want you to feed me. I don't want to just go for drinks. And I feel like a lot of people will say a coffee date or let's just go for drinks and see if we vibe and then let's do dinner the next time. I see that as you're cheap. No, let's go to dinner. Let me see the way you order. Let's see your mannerisms. Let's see the vibes. You're going to order 1 dessert or 2 desserts. Let's see how generous you are. And I don't know, I feel already when you're going on a date, you're taking a risk. So if you're not willing to take the risk and feed me and you're only down to take me for drinks, I find that weird. I'm not into that.
This is the type of blatant gaslighting that women have got away with for decades. But it's no longer going to work because social media has shown men all over the world the ridiculous, childish mindset of modern women.
You invited them.
Yeah.
Are they going to let me too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What? Wait, what?
I'm only paying for all y'all if I get to have all y'all.
I thought we were all gonna... What is wrong? You can't even handle all of it.
All right, listen, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. You won, ladies. I'm done dating. I can't do it. The dating world's so bad. I can't. Do I got food pantry stamped on my forehead? Somebody answer me that question, because the amount of food and mouths I fed going out on dates, that's how I feel. I could give hams to the homeless this year for Christmas with the amount of mouths that I fed going on first. I could be driving a Ferrari. I could be driving a Ferrari right now with the amount of money I spent on first dates. I can't take it anymore. And listen, I get it.
This is exactly why a lot of men are just done with dating. They're frustrated because they're doing what they think they're supposed to be doing. They are putting a lot of time and effort and money into the first date. But when ladies don't appreciate that and they go into those first dates with very low energy and very little reciprocation, the date is not going to go well. And that just leads to a lot of these failed first dates. But for women, they will just keep going on these first dates because they're not really putting anything into it. It's different for men, which is why men are becoming more and more careful about who they're asking out on that first date and what that first date looks like. He might rather suggest a coffee date or a long walk. And I think that those are good solutions for men. But the problem is that a lot of women still have not adjusted to it. They think that if a man doesn't spend a ton of money on her on the first date, that he either doesn't have it or doesn't like her very much. Not true, ladies. He's probably just a good man that's tired of feeling used.
If a woman is going to judge a man for being cheap after just 1 or 2 dates, she's more than likely only interested in you for your money anyway. A woman that is genuinely attracted to you will want to spend time to get to know you before she makes a judgment on what type of man you are.
Would you describe yourself as a feminist?
Yes.
Do you believe in gender equality?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so how do you reconcile believing in gender equality, but also holding men to their traditional gender roles of paying for the first date?
Well, I'm just saying that's my personal view. A woman being a feminist is just doing whatever you want to do and not being bashed by society for that.
Well, I'm just asking you said that men should pay immediately, right?
Yeah.
So my question is, if you believe in gender equality, don't you think you ought to split the bill on the first date?
No, because my main concern with gender equality is through, like, yes, in society, like fixing that and through, like, the system. But yeah, I don't, oh my God.
Hold on.
You just like, ugh.
Try to keep a straight face. Try to keep a straight face, John.
No, I'm done talking.
You're done talking because you don't have any explanation for your entitled mindset. Women only want gender equality when it benefits them financially. They want to have double standards and get away with doing whatever they want, while at the same time expecting men to be traditional and pay for everything.
I can go on a free dinner. I can get free attention. I can get a guy to send me money. So women are able to use male attention to their advantage. And if a man doesn't understand this, he can get finessed and really get used and abused. And a lot of guys don't know this uncomfortable truth that women will use you if you allow them to. So it's upon you to not get finessed.
If I were to take you on a first date, how much would you want me to spend?
Less than $120.
Why is $120 the max?
Because I don't really need anything. I can eat at a Cheesecake Factory, Chili's. I can eat anywhere. Like, it's just food. Like, you could go to a taco spot, a food truck, and still have an amazing day. It's just about the connection and getting to know the person. The money shouldn't be a thing when you're going out to eat. You know, you could use that for something else. And steak is not going to make me fall in love with you or be more interested in you. Absolutely not.
What's going to make you fall in love then?
The way he acts, the way he treats, if he's opening the door, how he carries himself, how masculine he is, the way he dresses.
This is exactly the intellectual maturity and traditional mentality that women need to have if they want men to be traditional masculine protectors and providers. Unfortunately for men, it's almost impossible to find a Western woman that thinks like this, because they have all been brainwashed by toxic F-ism ideology.
Do not ever, as a man, let a woman trick you into believing that you are less valuable than she is. Do not ever let a woman convince you that she is the prize and that you are not. You are just as valuable as she is. And for anyone to make you feel otherwise, for any woman to make you feel like she is more important than you are, tells you everything you need to know about that woman and tells you that that woman does not respect you and therefore shouldn't be in your life.
Anytime you put boundaries, standards, or on how women should behave, especially when it comes to their modesty, etc. If you put boundaries on it, they're as a man, as her man especially, they're going to say that's toxic, misogynistic, controlling, blah, blah, blah. But what guys need to understand is that don't follow, that's like Matrix talk. It's bullshit. You need to stand firm on your principles and be like, this is unacceptable. I don't commit to girls that do X, Y, Z, which is typically the behavior that she's exhibiting. And if she says, well, I'm going to do it anyway, well, you know how much respect she has for you. And then you cut the relationship. Or she goes into the sex-only category and you no longer take her seriously. The problem is that guys let women behave the way that they want, and they're not willing to put boundary standards and, most importantly, consequences on their fuckery. Once you put consequences on women's fuckery, they instantly start to respect you.
This is 100% true, and a fact all wise, experienced men know, because it's what separates the beta simps from real alpha men. Women will always attempt to test a man they're dating by lying and gaslighting him to see what they can get away with.
Fellas, this is how you know if a girl is just using you for money and using you as an ATM for a free meal ticket. Listen the fuck up. If a girl ever asks you for money to help her pay for anything, her tuition, to help her pay to get her nails done, for the electric bill, for the rent, whatever it is, you are the beta male barnacle in her life. I want you to repeat after me. I am a simpleton who is a free meal ticket for this girl. I am a beta male barnacle. And meanwhile, she's cheating on you and she's getting that hot beef injection from the alpha that she actually adores and looks up to. When a girl is truly enthralled with you, she views you as that alpha in her life. She would never disrespect you or have the audacity to ask you for money to help her pay for anything. They only do that with the beta male barnacles, the beta male providers. And guess what? She's not going to stop asking you for your resources until that well is completely dry. And once that money runs out, bye, see you later. She's on to the next sucker that she can take advantage of. You never want to be that guy, fellas.
Women are the biggest gaslighters. In a way that they are gaslighting men, a huge one is by saying, oh, a real man wouldn't do this. A real man would allow me to do this. A real man wouldn't care about this. The whole like real man thing, it's used as a way to try to control men and try to shame them into not having any boundaries and standards. It's basically just so they can get away with whatever they want and have any bad behaviors that they want to have without any consequences. And then they just use the whole like, oh, well, a real man wouldn't care. A real man wouldn't care about my past. A real man wouldn't care about body count. Men can have preferences, standards, and boundaries just like women do. And I'm tired of seeing women try to gaslight men. I saw this quote the other day and it was directed towards men and it was like, just know that if she's calling you a real man, you're likely a simp. And it's so true because the way that women define real men these days, they're just explaining simps. Simps that will put up with anything that they do, simps that put up with their bad behaviors, toxic patterns, and let them cross all the boundaries in the world. Women don't know what a real man is these days. It seems like they just want someone to run all over.
Women are all professional liars and actors that for years have got away with manipulating and deceiving men for financial gain. It's now obvious and clear to see the pathetic, toxic mentality of modern women.
And the funny thing is, we're literally stealing money from the men because what'll happen is women will whine. A small percent of men will say, all right, fine, let's give the women what they want. Let's take a little bit of the money from the men and give it to the women. And I guess the men are making so much money that they're not really paying attention. But honestly, if I was a man, I'd be pissed off. I'd be pissed off that women keep taking the money that they earn to fund our leagues, to fund jobs that we don't need. And in return, instead of being thankful, they become man-hating feminists who whine and complain.
Ladies, this is what you should ask yourself before you ask your man, that man, because he ain't yours yet. Before you ask that man for anything, you should ask yourself, what am I bringing to him to ease or make his life better? Mm-hmm. That's what value is. If you can't answer that question, you don't deserve anything yet. What has that man said in the way that you bring him value? If it's only, let me take you to dinner, let me take you to eat, let me do what? Why does he want to keep serving you if there's no service back? It is the law of reciprocity. What can you do to support that man? And that is the problem with these modern day women. It is all I, me, take. You got to be careful who you give to because takers don't know when to stop. I am tired. These people, they're ruining this generation. It's literally ruining the generation.
I'm going to leave it there, guys. Kindly click like, leave a comment, and subscribe to get our latest videos. Take care, and I will see you on the next one.